Aside from being super strong and incredibly fast, Todo is actually a master at mind games. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Karu, and in this video, I'll be telling you everything you need to know about Aoi Todo's Boogie Woogie technique. This video will obviously contain spoilers from the manga, so be warned. Aoi Todo is the only student that has a grade 1 ranking in both Jujutsu high schools, and rightfully so. He's a master at hand-to-hand combat thanks to his near superhuman strength and frightening speed. I mean, look at the guy. Even Akutami likens him to a highly skilled gorilla. But this is where most people get fooled when looking at Aoi's character. And to be honest, even me. In actuality, his tactical intellect is what makes him so dangerous to face against, especially when paired with his curse technique, the Boogie Woogie. So how does the Boogie Woogie actually work? Well, basically, Boogie Woogie activates when Aoi claps his hands, switching positions of any two things so long as they have cursed energy. So Aoi can either switch himself with his target, or switch his target with something else, making the ability quite simple, but incredibly tricky and effective when used by the right sorcerer. Another thing is that Aoi doesn't have to clap both of his hands to perform the technique, as he was still able to do so by clapping Mahito's hand with his own. During his fight against Hanami, Todo was able to constantly swap with Yuji. This seemingly random swapping made it impossible for Hanami to defend himself, as he had no idea who was going to strike him first. And this isn't limited to just people. Note that earlier I said anything with cursed energy, which includes cursed objects. In that same fight, Aoi was able to switch Yuji with the cursed tool Playful Cloud left by Maki and Megumi. However, after a while, Hanami got used to Todo's pattern of switching and got a grasp of when he will do it. Or so he thought. Now this is where Aoi's genius truly shines. See, one thing I didn't mention about the Boogie Woogie is that when Aoi claps his hands, it doesn't necessarily mean that he will use his ability. He can simply just be clapping his hands. This is why I said in the beginning that Aoi is a master of mind games. With this simple feature alone, Aoi has the capability to dictate the tempo of any fight he's in, knowing when his strikes will hit the hardest and when to bluff the enemy into guarding. This is how he was able to cleanly beat Hanami, pushing him to the edge of defeat, with the help of Yuji of course. But all good things have to come to an end, because in chapter 132 of the manga, Mahito was able to land a brutal black flash attack on Aoi Todo, destroying part of his arm with his idol transfiguration soon after. With one hand lost, Todo loses the ability to use Boogie Woogie on his own, now requiring someone else present to clap with him. God damn it, they nerfed him! I personally think that this nerf on Todo wasn't all that necessary, because the ability itself isn't even that OP. The reason why it was so good was because Todo himself made it work, and the ability complemented his tactical intelligence so well. I think Akutami could have put a cap on the ability if he wanted to nerf it, like a limit on how many times Todo could use it. But outright deleting it is a bit too far for me personally. This is giving me flashbacks of Lemillion's nerf in My Hero Academia, where he lost his ability after his fight with Overhaul. Maybe Akutami will bring this back by making Shoko Ieri heal Aoi's destroyed arm, but I don't know. I could go on and on with this rant, but I don't want the video to stretch out more than it should, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope this gave some insight on Aoi's Boogie Woogie. If you haven't watched my videos on Maki Zenin and Toge Inumaki, then make sure to check those out in the description below. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.